Love a sharp plane. I had an issue. Wow, if you want to know if you got a wood splinter, just rub your fingers or wherever that splinter is against some wood, you'll find out real quick. I also got a little bit of a splinter in there. I don't know if you saw that, but I was having problems with this plane. The blade was sticking out on one side way farther than the other. And I checked the square of the edge of the blade, and it was off a bit. And I thought, that's probably the problem. So I spent the time to square it off, which I should have done regardless anyway. But come to find out, when I came back out here to start planing, I was having the same problem. And what it was that a bunch of wood had gotten up underneath the frog and lifted a corner of the frog up. So it was throwing the blade like this no matter what I did. So look at your planes from time to time if you're new to hand tools and stuff like that. If you start experiencing problems like that, check to square your blade and then check underneath that frog. You'll have to take it off, but it's not hard. There's plenty of tutorials here online. I recommend Paul Sellers. That will tell you how to do that. And it's worth it. Alright. Now from see what I'm doing there? From here back. I thought I had a pencil. Stand by. Yeah. From here back is flat. From here toward me is not. So actually I'm going to come to right there, and I need to take material off here. Beautiful. It needs a bit here, so what I'm going to do now is throw it like that. You see where it's hitting? That's where it's not level. And I'm going slightly. That way would be against the grain, but because I'm planing at a sort of a 45, see the difference? You can see the parts that are not level versus the parts that are, and it'll tear out just a bit, but not a big, huge chunk. And you can come back with the plane set very lightly, or you can loosen the frog and close up the mouth and get a nice smooth finish on it. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not really worried. Here. I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to be doing a lot of work to this body, so I don't want to over sand. Beautiful. Nice and flat. Lovely. I don't want to over sand, so I'm just going to leave it until I need to smooth it out. So I may not be able to use this footage. The wind is pretty rough. I'm talking about the audio. The wind's pretty rough. So it may be blowing up against that microphone. It might be pretty ugly. If I can't, what I'll do is narrate and basically tell you the same information. Beautiful. Want to hit right there just a bit, but you can feel under the hand plane after you've done this a while when things start to get close to level. That just comes with time. And everyone is different. Some people learn a lot faster than others. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. We have that piece of metal there. My plane iron hit it because I frankly forgot about it, but it didn't do any damage that I can see to the edge. Yeah, maybe a little glinting, but now the people say all the time, oh, these old Stanley planes, they're too thin and they're too soft and you need a Hawk blade or something. I'm not slamming Hawk. They make a fine product from what I understand. But these plane irons work for 100 years or more. And they work just fine, and that metal is absolutely not soft. And that just proved it. So it's probably in the Rockwell 50s. A lot of people would call that soft for like a knife or something like that. But it works perfectly fine. I've had no need and no desire to replace the irons in my planes. Your mileage may vary. That's just like the modern chisels. Look, if I could afford and find, because there's a problem there too, a nice set of Ashley Isles or Lee Nelson or Veritas chisels, I'd buy them in a heartbeat. They're fantastic tools. But my vintage and cheap bow chisels work just fine. I have no problems or issues with them. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's against the grain. Let's try. I'm just kind of smoothing it out, getting the plane tracks off of it. Back that iron back a bit. Beautiful. All right. Some of that I'm going to leave. Beautiful. A little bit too deep of a cut, but that's all right, because I'm trying to level it. Let me back that up. All right. Boom, boom. Back it way back. That's lovely. All right. This is probably going to be yeah, I think that's with the grain. I'm just prettying it up. I could do it with a sandy, and it's gonna need sanding. But the finish that comes off a good hand plane that's good and sharp is well worth messing with. All right, let's see. Let me see what the camera's doing. All right, yeah. What I want to do now is I'm not gonna worry about all of these. Once I get the outline of this cut, I just want to choose the side that's going to look the best on the front of this instrument. I think that will miss most of that, if not all of it. We'll get this in here and this.